right, so after a couple games on the road, just does it feel good to be home?
It feels great to be home. This has been a very challenging schedule for us, whereas we haven't been home on a weekend for it's going to be almost 6 weeks. So we're looking forward to being able to play in front of our own fans, and it's going to be a great game.
Okay, so you told me that you guys have been treating home games the way you do away games lately, and it's really been helping. So does that in any way affect the way you treat away games?
No, actually, we want to be consistent, and it seems like the more consistent we are with this group, the better. And so the consistency in our preparation has been the same whether we're home or away on game day. Obviously, when you're away, there's a lot less distractions. You're together from Wednesday up until late Thursday night when you return back to campus. So we want to make sure that we give them the consistency, and part of that consistency has really transpired from us just getting to the gym really early, getting on the floor early than normal, changing up our shoot-around times, and I feel like the team has really adapted to that well.
Okay, and at this point in the season, SEC play, you're most of the teams that you see, you've already seen before. Is it kind of refreshing to get a team that you haven't seen yet before?
Well, it is, but there's so many similarities with a team like Florida. When you look at what they like to do, they shoot the three ball exceptionally well. They make right under 8 threes a game in SEC play. That's very similar to playing a team like Missouri, playing a team like Arkansas. So that's the beauty about being in our league. You might have certain teams that go more power and paint, and then you have certain teams that shoot the three. And that's what we're getting ready to face. A Florida team that their record is not an indicator of how competitive they are. They're a very good basketball team with some really good players on their roster.
Okay, and briefly, could you just describe some of the players or playmakers that you guys are looking out for and who you have circled on the schedule?
Well, you got to make sure that you pay close attention to those who do shoot the three, and Fonda does an exceptional job of hunting for threes. Their perimeter game, that's where they're scoring most of their points, coming from the perimeter game, but you can't allow their post game to get going either. So it's going to be a balanced defensive attack, and then on the flip side of it, offensively, we've got to have that balanced attack as well.
All right, and now move forward to Kentucky. Obviously, last game ended pretty closely, but that was only because you guys had to claw back from so far behind. So what would be the strategy to come out and erase that? And do you feel like this game is winnable if you come out,
Well, any game and every game you play in the SEC can go to anybody. And we've seen so many different wins and losses with different opponents. We beat Missouri. Missouri then turns around and beats Mississippi State, who then had beaten us. It's a game in our league that is very competitive. And when you play a team like Kentucky on the road, we can't dig ourselves a hole the very first quarter. And when they came here, we did just that. So just eliminating the lack of execution in the first quarter, that will give us a chance at going to Rupp and coming away with the victory. We got to make sure that we play the game, though, for 40 minutes and take it one possession at a time.
All right, so in that game against Kentucky, they kind of didn't have an answer for you guys' outside shooting, and Jalen Richard Harris in particular. Do you plan to funnel a lot of the offense through her again?
Well, we look to go to the hot hand. I felt like Jalen Richard Harris was really feeling good about her three ball, and we kept finding her. And that's something that we've been focusing in on, is playing this game with great purpose and being intentional on who we run play action to and who's taking shots for us. And so if it's Jalen Richard Harris who has the hot hand, we keep feeding it. If it's Ayanna Mitchell or Shanice Norton, we got to find those players because they're in rhythm and they're taking great shots for our team.
Okay, and the girls have been playing a lot better since you guys have installed this new scouting situation and the new treating the home games like away games. So do you feel like you guys are more equipped to play Kentucky this time around, even though it is away?
Well, I see a team that has improved since the last time we've played them. We've become more invested in the results. So when we talk about scouting, yes, they have been doing their own scouting reports. They've been filling out their scouting reports. They've been watching film away from us. They've had to put more energy and effort into what they want the result to be. And you can't do that if you're not invested. And I see a team that's become more invested on the overall outcome of a game because they're talking about personnel. They're talking about the play action that they felt was going to be good for us. And that gives you a different level of competitiveness and a different level of confidence when you prepare that way.
It takes a lot of endurance to get through a whole season, and especially get to postseason. Are there any tactics that you use to help the girls along through the season?
Well, you definitely take advantage of the days that they have off, the recovery days. When we had a bye week, we made sure that we tried to give them at least a full day off on a weekend. Mickey Collins and Chris White, our athletic trainer, Mickey Collins, our strength coach, Chris White, they've done a great job of maintaining the healthiness of our team, and we're going to continue to monitor practice and the amount of time we go in practice because you've got to have a healthy squad going down the stretch, and that's so important for us. And with the loss of Spencer, that's really put our numbers a little bit lower, and we're going to have to dig a little bit deeper now because the next person has got to step up.